So, check this out, man. It's like all these places right here. This is like the gay side of town, but it once was pretty much the black side of town, especially like 1-2 blocks north of where we're at. And like all these people are like the allies of BLM, and half of them have on their windows like we're your friends and shit, so they don't like break their windows out. Fucking. And it's like, I don't think none of them even know, like, especially Black Lives Matter. I don't think none of the blacks know that this neighborhood exists because of gentrification. Like, it did not look like some rich, uppity white part of town in the 90s. It was pretty ran down, and the blacks were living in these areas, especially, like I said, a couple blocks north of here. What was known as the short north was known as a black area. Now the short north is known as a gay community. And we are like the gay capital of America. We took it from San Francisco, and this is the place that does it. Fucking just a little side bit of information there. So like, they don't even like realize that these are the people who had the police fucking arrest all the blacks in large numbers to remove them from the area and bulldoze all the old housing and put up this new stuff and shit. So it's like deceptions abound in this thing. Are they being led by the usual people? Yeah, but you guys aren't going to rebel against the usual people, so it doesn't matter. We have to go along with their agenda. I mean, I can't do it by myself. I've already tried that. Yeah, I mean, minus like summoning fires and plagues and fucking revolution and riots. I'm not sure what else I can do, because I've tried like other means and it didn't work. It just magically, the fires and plagues and fucking riots, summoning that shit worked. So whatever, fucking ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. But yeah, these motherfuckers don't even realize that all their allies right there, most of their allies here are not their friends. The liberals are doing the same shit the Republicans are doing. They're just, I don't know how that got by, but it used to be the leaders would talk about gentrification and what it is. That's the gentrification of Columbus, is this area, that area. We're in downtown now. Still, it used to be a mall down here, the blacks hang out. They shut that shit down too. Fucking same time they made the neighborhood better, aka gentrified it. You won't hear any of those people speaking of it on either side, because their leaders have no idea what they're doing on the Black Lives Matter. And of course, if any of the other people knows it, they're not going to talk about it, because it would like discredit them from the movement if they talked about it. Especially if they themselves talked about it. Now, if I talked about it, people just don't care. People don't want to listen to what I say and shit. That's fine. Fucking, I don't want to talk anyways. Fucking, I just like to document shit. And I will document it. And that is really dumb, putting plants up there on top of structures, because plants will eventually grow through and destroy things. But yeah, there's some windows broken out. I don't even know if these windows are broken out, man, because boards just appeared everywhere and shit. Although I did, like, you know, see windows getting broken out. So I don't want to question that too much. But yeah, these people don't even know, man. They don't even know the extent of what's going on. They don't know that their allies are the same people they're thinking are not. Like, just because you got a ton of white girls hanging out with you and shit doesn't mean that whites are your allies, really. Fucking are they trying to stage some sort of come together? Yeah. Would they allow the come together when I wanted it to happen, before all this shit happened? No. So it's obviously staged. It's obviously controlled. I mean, I come out to these events, I document the leaders, and now you guys have your leaders wearing masks to protect themselves, so I can't document who they are and get their names and their families and shit on camera doing everything they do. That way they can, you know, be charged with the proper crimes when the time comes. And fucking, I don't know, dude. Just a big fucking scam. Just a big scam going on in this world, and you know, most of the humans are in on it. So I think we have other methods that we're going to be using to fuck up what's going on. And no one's going to believe crazy me, so I can just say anything and everything and nothing happens. Fucking even as everything I fucking say is happening, is going to happen, how it's going to happen, why it's going to happen, who's going to be in control of it. Even though that shit happens, no one fucking believes. That's fine with me. Fucking, because it's not about me getting famous or anything like that. It's about fixing problems. And the problem is, the humans, fucking, they become fucking some sort of cancer and shit on this planet. And yeah, someone else told them to be cancer, maybe. Someone else fortified their cancer-like tendencies. And so now, you know, the cancer is directed. It's like a directed cancer. It doesn't matter to me, dude. I'm not fucking, you know, I'm not at a loss for this shit. I mean, technically I've lost like everything I own, but oh no, I lost my ability to play drums and have the fucking drums removed from the internet, so I can't fucking have anything in my life, so I can't get attention. Fucking, what good were the drums doing me anyways? It was just fucking, it was just a method to fucking deal with what's going on by getting attention, and then people accidentally seeing the stuff I say, and that doesn't work. They remove my videos and all that shit, and fucking, especially my best video. Fucking, maybe one day I'll get pissed about that. One day when we have Google's fucking CEOs and shit and get Guantanamo, maybe I'll like be like, hey, you shouldn't have removed my videos, dude. Fucking, but until that day, no love lost. I mean, I'm definitely countering this shit pretty well, I'd say. I'd say with everything that's going on right now, fucking definitely countering it pretty hard. Sure, they're in control of it all, but all it takes is one slip up and everyone will turn on them. And I guess we're just waiting for that slip up to either happen or not. And if it doesn't happen, then everyone's just going to kill each other, and then you guys will all be out of the way, and it'll just be us and them left. And that won't be very even for them, because they're already scared when I approach them. They already shake and tremble half the time when I fucking approach them and shit. That was a question another day. Maybe that's just like their genetics. Maybe they do that a lot. Fucking, I don't think so. I don't think that's what it is. I think they know who I am. I think they know what I do behind closed doors. I think a lot of people do. I don't know how that is, but the way I see it is, if everyone knows who I am and what I do behind closed doors and don't want to tell me about me and how they know who I am, then, well, I mean, you asked for it, dude. You asked for everything that's coming, all the real plagues that's coming, the fires, the famine, the rioting, the collapse. I mean, motherfuckers ask for it. Even if it doesn't involve me, like everything else they do, they asked for it. Fucking over and over and over and over. They didn't want to fucking attempt to change. They didn't want to revert, fucking repent, whatever you want to call it. Oh well. Too bad, so sad. I'm sure fucking, Eric Clapton's up in fucking synagogue heaven singing Tears in Heaven for you and shit. Blah, 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 blah. I'm sure it works well, but you know what gives me the most hope really is the fear in these people's eyes when they see, when I talk to ones I've never even met, and I'm being so polite and they have no idea what I'm really asking them or what I'm really about to ask them, and they show fear. Or when I confront the ones fucking up my life and they show fear, and it's like, man, dude, I am like a fucking wolf smelling blood when I smell that shit. It's like it's not even controllable. It's like, yeah, it's like some of y'all wake up and you're like, yeah, fucking Woody Woodpecker's coming on. That's what I live for. I used to do that shit too. But these days, I don't really fucking feel much motivation. I'm just driven. But the motivation comes for sure, when these people start fucking shaking and trembling when I'm near. It's like, you may not tell me why you fucking do that. You may not tell me how you understand who I am. You may not tell me how you're speaking to me about stuff I do in private that you don't know anything about. But you tell me a whole different story through the fear. You tell me that there is indeed some sort of lost hope somewhere. Some sort of fucking something. I don't know why. Sometimes I wonder if it's not just a game they're playing on me to incite me more, to continue to drive me, to continue to be their little puppet to destroy this world for them. Which won't turn out well for them. Like I said, we eradicate most of the people on this planet, and most people on this planet are just their soldiers. So it's like big deal. Like, people are always crying about war. They're like, it's not the soldiers who are doing evil, it's the generals and stuff, it's the president. And it's like, okay, so you have like 1 billion people killing people, but only 3 people are guilty of it, and those 3 people didn't even kill anyone. Okay, like, that makes sense. Fucking let me teach a school class on that. That could be a public school class. It probably is. In fact, that's exactly where it comes from, right? They're like, the evil Hitler did it. He led those poor Germans to death. They just blame Hitler and 6 SS members, and we can move on in the world. Nope. Not falling for that bullshit. As much as I'm a good actor, fucking And I can be one person the next minute. I think sometimes these people watching me are deceived. Fucking. And they're so deceived, I don't even think they understand which way they're being deceived. Like there are people in my comments now, and there always kind of has been, like, what's going on with you? Why are you changing? It's like, well, first of all, there's certain fucking people we can't talk about, duh. Second of all, those people need to be deceived too. I'm playing their own game against them. And I'm better at it than they are too. They might be more networked. They might have some different God on their side. But it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. The point is fighting fire with fire. And they want to tell you how fighting fire with fire works. They're like, you need to be like Gandhi. Just sit down and pray for a better day. The better day is coming. It's here. And like they literally say that every day for thousands of years. No, dude. No. No, the empire and the races that run this empire. Who am I talking to? I'm literally talking to the empire. Because other people I'm isolated from unless I go out here to these Black Lives Matter movements and shit. And speak with them directly. Or go to the black areas and speak with them directly. Fucking. No, they live on a system where they suppress and oppress, brutalize, and steamroll everyone. And then they're like, oh, see, look, like, now we're your friends because we're allowing you to live. We killed your parents, but we're going to allow you to live. Your parents were devils. They were Satanists. That's why they wouldn't accept us coming into our land and our Bible. Our Bible's the book of everything. It means that when we come, God has sent us to cleanse your land of demons. And if you oppose us, use a demon. And if you work for us, use a good person now. Just accept Jesus into your heart. Accept the Greek mythology into your heart. As they would say before the Roman Empire invented Jesus, they would say, like, accept Dionysus into your heart. Yeah. So this is just who they are. It's like a repeat pattern. It's a genetic makeup, whatever you want. It's their computer code. Bro, and they're like, oh, let's sit down and do this peacefully. Like, I did that shit, like, as a form of manipulation because I'm turning the manipulation back against them. They're not smart. These groups aren't smart. They're just good at manipulating and lying. Or they're not necessarily good at it. They're just doing it. They just manipulate and lie. And then you're like, oh, Jesus, help me. Jesus, I'm here. Let the Spirit pour from my heart. I'm here to win. But here we are at the Martial Arts Training Center. Like I said a long time ago. You guys out there studying politics, or you guys out there training for war? Because one of those things is what's happening right now. And one of those things is just a deception that they're using to quell people, to silence people, to corral people, to direct people. The other thing is I keep saying is what's happening right now. As I kept saying was coming, it's happening right now, and that's war. War is here. And it's the empire's war. So it's these people who are like, oh no, we're not at war. You better sit down before we fucking shoot you, mace you, or fucking blackball you and fucking lock you away forever in some place where no one can ever get a hold of you. Yep. So we're here to train at a place where world-renowned trainers train fucking fighters who win shit. Fighters, the best, some of the best fighters. Fucking tons of MMA fighters are coming out of this joint. What was it? Muay Thai fucking champions for the USA and shit. I guess it wasn't. It was called Nationals, so I guess I assumed it was like global, but it's not. It was just inside. But it doesn't matter who they train. Like, the trainers are fucking half award winners, and the other half of the trainers are training award winners and shit, you know, like medal winners and shit. Sorry, that's the proper term, isn't it? What are you guys doing? Fucking, I don't know about all this bullshit Alex Jones has been teaching people about. Oh, learn to plant crops and shit like this and learn how to survive. It's like, those are the Pharisees telling you shit. Like, when God has judged a fucking nation and has declared fucking plague, famine, war, death, fucking riots, insurrection is going to be placed upon that nation, you really think? Like, you're gonna grow some crops and shit? God always brings famine with everything. It doesn't even matter. Like, the shit that was summoned is going to bring famine. Like, we didn't have to ask for famine because it's coming with everything else that's coming. The increased heat. Like, the sun's so fucking hot this year. I know it's global warming. Yeah, the Pharisees fucking can't stop lying. They can't stop deceiving people. They're like, oh, look, the world's going to end because of global warming, man-made global warming, climate change. Like, Jesus. Have some faith for once. The world's going to end because fucking people refuse to act right. The world's fucking ending because God's in control of this shit. Because it's fucking out of hand. Like, you have an old car that's out of hand, not worth keeping around, keeps falling apart. You just throw it away. You go get a new car. You know, like, let me keep sinking $10 billion into this fucking old jalopy. I'll ride around in style now that my fucking transmission is fixed. No. We ain't riding around in style on Earth no more. I mean, or maybe some of us are, right? But who knows how long that's going to last. Just thankful it's happened, I guess. Like, fucking, I'd say they're gifts from God, but they're gifts from me. They're gifts I took from the earth, and God has just provided the back door. Who's this God? Is this God me? Fucking, am I providing all the back doors? We'll find out soon, but man, lots of deceptions going on. Hey, I hear Seattle fucking kicked off the fucking Civil War. Is that true? Or is that just more fucking deception? You guys let me know in the comments. Did Seattle kick off the Civil War?